To the left, far and wide, with the shriek of a damned spirit, to my heart with the stealthy pace of the tiger.
Yep.
Show me the way to go home. Oh, here we go again. One more time around the block, Jeeves. Hey, I can see your house from here. Is it green? Thanks for the lift, by the way. I didn't catch your name.
I think I hear something. This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Name for me this monster so roughly bearing me o'er the sea. Up in the air, Junior Man. Breath from above. Hope you're not taking me back to your nest to, feed something. Wait a second, what am I doing up here? Hi, you met my friend? They just love to fly and fly. Hello down there.
gonna go get some more lost seeds, okay?
Don't do it on my account.
Aha! I'm no plant scientist, but that looks pretty seedy to me. Hey, you okay over there?
What? Me? Oh, I'm great, thanks.
Oh, okay.
Anybody?
You sure you're okay out there?
Yep, just a little... Oh, this is embarrassing.
Want me to pop you out of that bottle?
Well, I was just about to take care of that myself, but if you want to whack at it, be my guest. Oh, thank you. I feel much better. Sorry about that. Cabbage burps are the worst. Well, anyway, thank you. This is where I get off. Thanks for the lift.
You're welcome
What?
for saving you from that time bomb.
It's just a seed.
Ah, but isn't a seed just a bomb in slow motion?
I can connect to these things. I remember when I couldn't. What a child. I'm back in the mother load. Back now before they paid for landscape. Yeah, tell your friends. Go! Titanium here must be stronger than stuff in camp. These animals are powerful. I'm only thinking. I can't hurt that thing.
No.
I can't do anything until I get rid of that. I missed on purpose. want to use clairvoyance on this bad mood, but it looks immune to it.
All right, let me at him! Where'd they go?
Hey, where's the seed?
What seed? Oh, that thing. Oh, I dropped it in a river far away.
Right.
Hey, it's not in there. Not in there, I said.
I'll bet my little flat friend can get in there.
Where you go?
I think if I use projection on this door, my archetype would go in there.
My dogs are barking today. Under the door like a pesky too.
Hey,
Not now. Don't say I never gave you nothing.
how's it going?
You need a bit flat. Later.
Yep. Watch it. Man. Cyclops, delicious and packed full of mental energy. Watch it. Ouch. Come on, killer. I'm taking you along for protection.
Good idea. It's you and me, kid. Let's show them who they're messing with. Over this way? Oh, great. That's exactly what I would have done. I haven't been over here in a while. Hang on. Where was I? Careful, slippery stuff here.
There's the mental energy I needed. Thanks, Psychop.
They really ought to put down some yellow cones here. I don't suppose you have any golf shoes on you, huh? Something with cleats? If you start slipping, remember to lean into the slip. Oh wait, is that... or maybe it's away from the slip. Careful. I think one of these tiles is loose. Did I hear a crack? Watch your step. A little grout would do wonders for this floor. Hey, could you put me down for a sec? Your, hands are getting a little sweaty. Being back in this place really brings up some... memories. Oh, are you headed down to the boss's office? I do not envy you.
Fired? You can't fire me! I helped create this place! Recruited by Ford Crawler himself! No pipsqueak nephew's gonna fire me!
I'd hate to see Truman get that mad. Got another one. This is going great, don't you think? I'm off to find more seeds. Hey now, just hang on there.
What? What's wrong? I wasn't doing anything.
You weren't about to grab that seed.
Grab that what? Oh my god, I didn't even see that. Let me grab that.
No, wait!
Thanks for the tip.
Hey, glad you could come. I love a good wedding, don't you? Now then, to the Champagne Tower, my good man. Hey, I can see your house from here. Is it green? Put me down, wretched demon.
Don't get so close.
Wait, no, I want that. Wait a minute. I don't know about this place. Yep. Don't think I'm hurting it at all.
No.
Oh, it's immune to clairvoyance right now. Let's see if we can get to the heart of this bad mood.
Wow, remind me not to invite you to my wedding.
What's that sound? Suitcase tag. That's what I need here. I think I hear some emotional baggage. I think I hear something. Yep. Look, I've already given Bob 2 of those seeds. They're harmless.
You what? You have no idea the harm you've done, do you? Time to get serious. I'm running out of places to hide this thing. Ooh, this is good. Nobody actually eats wedding cake, right?
Well, I like wedding cake. Down here, kid. Get me out of here. I don't want to miss the ceremony. I appreciate you offering to carry me down the aisle. My regular carrier broke a wing when we crashed into the champagne tower. I'm fine, though. Didn't feel a thing. Takes a lot to crack this old noggin. You know what? I don't think I'm ready to go in quite yet. Why don't you just set me down over there, okay? Yeah, that's good. I'm feeling a little off. And I don't want to ruin the ceremony. See what I mean?
Robert Zanotto. Take this man, Helmut Fullbear. The happiest day of my life. I used to think I loved plants more than people, until I met this man. When these feelings appeared in my heart, I thought they were weeds, and I tried to pull them out. But this mighty oak has given me shade, shelter, and something to lean on when I needed it.
Good to see you again, Helmut. I'll make sure this gets back to Bob. Well, Bob, you did it!
Yep, I did it.
Why so nervous?
I'm starting to remember why I got rid of those seeds.
I warned you, and I warned you, but did you listen? No! But don't worry, I'm here to protect you. Again.
Hey, what are you doing to him? Leave him alone!
I'm protecting him.
Protecting him? From what?
You're about to find out.
Catch!
Knock that off.
That's right!
Son of a...
Care about you. Stop doing that. But I'm his only friend. You make it so hard for me to do my job.
Don't hit that,
He was
Bobby!
so nice here before you hit.
I've been hit with bigger tomatoes than that!
Looks like another dead soldier!
Knock that off.
Will I never? Tell me if this one's too
Care
hot!
about him. We'll stop doing that.
Oh, would you?
But I'm his only friend. You make it so hard for me to do my job. He
Bombs
was so
away!
nice here before
Oh, did I
you
say
hit.
bombs? I mean, treasure.
Knock that off.
Hey, take this to recycling, will ya?
If you care about me, Stop doing that. But I'm his only friend.
Will I never?
You make it so hard for me to do my job.
You'll pay for that! Hey, look, a mermaid!
It was so nice here before you.
Mixing up a special one for you. That hurt! Oh, could you?
Hold on, Agent Zanotto. I'll get you out of there.
Please stop. I knew those seeds were bad
Oh,
news.
now you've gone and put him into a bad mood again.
I've had enough giant plant fights.
You think you're his friend? But I'm his only
I
friend.
think I need to
you make
figure
it
out
so
what's
hard for
causing
me to do my job. Everything was so nice here before you.
Let's just call it a
I
draw.
can't deal with that bad mood until I figure out what's behind it.
If you really care about him, stop doing that. You think you're his friend?
I need to know
but
what's
I'm his
causing
only
that
friend.
mood before I can get rid of it.
I was off on anyway.
You make it so hard for me to do my job.
Hey,
Almost had it.
this wasn't such a
I
good
just
idea.
need to focus a little more on the avoidance.
Hey, knock that off.
Is it too late to put those seeds back?
If you really care about him, you'll stop doing that.
I think I need to figure out what's causing it.
Get me out of here.
Okay,
Let me out.
let's see what's causing this bad mood.
Is it too late to put those seeds back? I don't think gardening is supposed to hurt this
It
much.
doesn't need to hurt at all. Doesn't need to hurt you, I mean.
I've been hit with bigger tomatoes than that!
Serving up the hot one. Will I never? Tell me if this one's too hot. Oh, could you? Hey, take this.
But I'm his only friend.
Son of a...
You make it so hard for me to do my job.
You didn't go back for me, but I'll get back at you!
Catch! That hurt!
Everything was so nice here before you. Knock that off.
Serving up the hot one. Will I never? How could you?
You really care about him.
That
Stop
hurt!
doing that. But I'm his only friend.
You'll pay for that!
parts and do my job. Everything was so nice here before you.
You're nothing without me, Robert.
Knock that off.
Mixing up a special one for you. Looks
Why don't you get lost, kid?
How can you do this to Bob? You love him.
Love? I don't really love him. If I did, how could I have left him all alone?
Helmet? Helmet would never say that. Hey!
It's not safe here. Hey! I'll keep you safe. You won't feel this at all.
Careful! Troubled waters ahead! I've been hit with bigger tornadoes than that!
could you?
Don't hit that, Bobby! I'm gonna hit with bigger
That won't! Hey, take this to recycling, will you? No, I never! That won't!
You're not so bad at gardening yourself.
Think you can handle them now?
Willing to give it a try.
How about those?
Well, I'll just take them one at a time. Yep, all the bottles in the blue bin. Bottle caps, too. Hey, that too. We're recycling plastic now. Can you believe it?
So, Agent Sonato, think you could help me with a little yard work?
Wow, what a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive as far as strength and mass, but in terms of aesthetics, it's all over the place.
You talking about the vines? Or that beard?
Who's this?
Helmet. So this is where you ran off to. Figures.
What?
It's me, Bobby. It's your Psy-King.
But how? Where's your body?
I was lost for a long time, until this one found me. Body's on loan from the mailroom. Hang on, borrowed lips. Wouldn't be right.
Yeah. And he's not as cute as you either.
Well, neither are you right now. Come on, let's at least wash that beard. What's that smell? Mushrooms? You know I hate mushrooms.
I know.
outfit isn't my favorite customer. Unlike Dream Fluffs, you've got to remember to use these, okay? Let's combine that Psychor with your card so you can rank up. Come back anytime.
Okay, I have a feeling I'm about to get into some heavy business. Am I sure I'm ready for this? I'm ready for whatever might happen.
Took you long enough.
It still works.
Of course it still works. Otto over-engineers everything.
Cruller, I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
Otto, you're looking well fed.
Ford, you sound like your old self.
Well, some things are clear to me now that weren't before. But come on, there's a lot to be done.
Ford, is it really you?
Cassie, Compton.
And Bob.
I'm happy to see all of you again.
What's Nick from the mailroom doing here?
That's actually Helmet Fullbear's brain in Nick's body.
I do love making a grand entrance.
Sounds like Fullbear.
He's in there, all right. But where have you been?
You don't want to know that.
I've missed you so much, Big Bear.
I never thought I'd see everybody together again.
Well, almost everybody.
Hey, I remember this place. We used to sneak in here and fool around on the beanbags, remember?
Lucy.
Everybody ready? Now, this hunk of junk was made by Auto Mentalis. So, there's no telling what might happen.
Oh, what can I say? I was underfunded back then.
But if everything goes well, we might be able to have our dear friend Lucretia back in the circle. For good. Now, you ready?
Kind of.
Me too, kid.
gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to present to you the high-flying, death-defying, ironically named Aquato Family Circus. Augustus, Donatella, Dion, Frazee, Rasputin, Murtala, and little baby Creepy. And the most important member of the family, one who's been here the whole time. Nona Aquato, right where she belongs, in the heart of her family.
What is this? It's a mental construct I made for Lucy, to convince her that she was your grandmother and that she lived with you. Come on, it's time to get her out of here.
Ew!
What did you step in?
I don't know. It looks like a puddle of goo. With a mask of me in it.
Has anyone seen my brother? He was just standing here a second ago.
Here he is.
Oh, well, come on, Raz. It's showtime.
You better play along with this, Raz. We don't want to upset the construct until we have control of the situation. I'll work on Nona.
Oh, yep.
Fastest you can go?
Yep. Yes.
That's my boy. Finally.
Oh, good boy. Oh. Well, that's something I don't need to worry about anymore.
Step right up to the wheel of endangerment and behold the daring father-daughter team of Frazee and Augustus Aquato. One will live, one will die.
I'm supposed to be
Maybe.
doing my weight
Who
lifting.
knows? Oh, only one way to find out.
Aw, the ride's over. Let's do it again. Time for my amazing show of strength.
Oh, phew. The children are safe. Good job, Rasputin.
Round and round the wheel goes. Will Frazee kill her papa? No one knows. The only thing sadder than a child stabbing their parent is when it happens without an audience. Don't let this sacrifice be for nothing. Step right up to the wheel of endangerment and behold the daring father-daughter team of Frazee and Augustus Aquato. One will live, one will die. Maybe. Who knows? Only one way to find out.
I just don't feel good. Careful, Raz.
Come on now. The fans are way pretty good. Pretty good. It's a ticket.
You kill Dad, and I'll tell Mom.
You did it, my boy. You're my favorite son now.
Wait, what was that?
Wow. Flea Dad tells it like it is.
Okay, my turn to throw knives at Dad.
not the most functional family. But at least they're all alive. Okay, all the children are safe. No, I will show you my little secret. Come with me to the high dive.
So what's the secret?
It's at the top of the ladder.
No, we haven't had a high dive in the Aquato family circus for years. You know, curse?
You know, the more I think about that curse, the more I think it's a lot of Gravosknuk. Now get up there.
Nona, what are you doing?
Getting out of here. And you're coming with me.
Nona! Oh no! What am I doing? 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 Suitcase tag. Gotcha. Yep. What am I doing? Ford, our circus didn't have a quilting area.
I didn't make this. I created that two-bit flea circus to make Lucy forget who she was. But it looks like she escaped.
Come on, Crowley. Stinky Dam is over this way.
What? Wow. Guess you learn a thing or two when you live with fleas. Here's the steamer trunk tag. Phew! I'll take this nugget. What's this?
It's Lucy and your father. Well, this must be one of the first real memories she formed after the astrolabe procedure. Your father was put into an orphanage after his parents were drowned. I locked Maligula away, deep in Lucy's mind, to make Lucy herself again. Then I got your father out of that orphanage, buried some of his more, traumatic memories, and brought him to her.
Why?
Well, they were both all alone in the world. The only family the other had left.
My sweet little Gussie. Let's keep moving.
Wait!
Aha! Here's the Hatbox tag. This would be a sweet picture if I didn't know everybody was under some sort of astrolabe hypnosis.
I never used the astrolabe on the rest of the family. These are real memories Lucy made for herself after I was gone from her life.
Good family, excellent balance, very flexible. Not afraid of heights. Not like you, hey, Crowley.
Lucy, please!
First tag. The one who gave me the pamphlet to Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp? You're the reason I became a psychonaut?
Well, it is even you are crazy, but you were such a nerd with those comic books.
Hey, True Psychic Tales is a graphic non-fiction periodical.
Some part of you knew you were living a lie. You sensed Raz's power. You thought he could help you.
Oh, I don't know, Crowley. I get so confused sometimes. Usually I was happy, just sawing dance and stretching the children, telling them to stay away from the water. Then I'd feel so sad. And just when I was about to figure it out, everything would start to unravel. I forgot how much I hate this place.
This is it. This is where I locked up Maligula. Behind that dam. We need to unlock it and draw Maligula out into the open. Then we'll combine our powers and direct the astrolabe to blast open a pit into the deepest part of her mind.
Why don't we just, blast Maligula?
Maligula is a part of Lucy's mind. A primitive part that may have helped her early ancestors survive. We all have our own Maligula, Rasputin. We just know how to keep it locked up down below. If you can secure the area while I keep Lucy calm, then we should be able to unlock this dam together.
I don't like this place.
Rez, I need to stay here with Lucy. Once you reveal the lock, we'll blast it. This'll make things better. Rasputin is gonna help.
Nope. That enabler is making it impossible to do any damage. No, that's enough positivity for now.
My baby! Let us adjourn for the day.
This is a sad place.
We have to end this once and for all.
I don't suppose you could lend a hand.
Having an elf down in May.
I can't deal with that bad mood until I figure out what's behind it. If I can find the cause of this bad mood, maybe I can get rid of it.
Great job, Raz. Now, open that locket, and we'll use the aspen.
What's that sound? This guy needs a duffel bag tag. Cyclops, delicious and packed full of mental energy.
to stay here with Lucy until the last minute.
It's a locket.
It's my sister, Marana. But...
Help me focus the astrolabe, Rasputin. Quickly!
Made a mistake.
I think we made many mistakes. But now, we're gonna face them. I couldn't before. I was young, scared, and alone. But now, I'm only one of those things. Oh, we've grown. Let's hope the astrolabe can make a deep enough pit.
Don't worry, Ford. I'll be right here beside you!
Gott im Himmel!
Jackpot! Bullseye!
I felt her. Maligula.
I know the identity of the mole!
That's incredible, Sasha.
Well, I had mechanical assistance, which you didn't need.
Agents, we have a security breach in the Green Needle Gulch.
She's here.
It's okay. You're safe.
What happened? We were...
You were obviously in distress, so I pulled you out. Is that... her?
I told you he was up to something out here with his girlfriend. Maligula.
That's not his girlfriend, you little snitch. I'm his girlfriend.
My God!
Oh yeah, funny story. That's not really Nick from the mailroom.
I know that, but why? Doesn't matter. I'll take it with me when I take her.
Lily!
Raz, listen. I've been following my dad for a while, and he's acting really weird.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
How?
Let's get Sasha and Mia to help.
But my dad might be gone by the time we get back.
I need to see what's going on inside his mind. I need to go in. Into the Grand Head.
You're right. We do.
Wait, what?
You're not going to make me do this alone, are you?
Wow.
Jeez, get over yourself, Dad.
Let's split up and compare notes in a bit.
Dad? Don't get it.
Here are his outfits. That's pretty normal.
In his mind, have you ever seen my father? He never thought about his clothes. This is just...
Maybe your dad was considering a change of beard?
Never! Not my dad!
Well, at least you know he thought about his family.
Yeah, but what's with all the lines showing how we're all related?
Maybe he was getting more forgetful?
Weird.
I guess he's really proud of his diplomas.
Then why doesn't he hang them up in his office?
He's secretly proud?
Strange.
It's almost like he comes here to practice being himself.
Rasputin, I gotta tell you, I don't like it. But... Huh? Why would he...
Hey, this statue.
Careful, Raz. That's still my dad.
I don't really think of your dad as a vain man.
He's not!
I think there's something under here.
Yeah, more plaster.
Whoa, Lily. Your dad was a really big fan of Nick from the mailroom.
Well, most people are. Except my dad. My dad once told me he thought Nick John Smith was an obsequious little lick spittle.
Lick spittle?
That's how my dad talked. My real dad. Raz, this isn't my dad's mind.
Lily! Oof.
Hey, you kids! Get off that carpet. VIPs only.
If it's not your dad's mind, whose mind is it?
His.
Nick's brain is missing, but, I mean, Nick?
Make way, common folk. Make room for Zazarovich Crystal Malik, future Tsar of Grulovia.
Nick is the Zazarovich?
I can't believe it. What's a Zazarovich?
The missing heir to the throne of Grulovia. He lived in exile with his family after Maligula destroyed the capital. Why is his brain in your dad's body?
And where is my father's real brain? Come on, let's make him talk. Come on, he's getting away. Coming through.
Pardon us.
Get behind me, punk.
Sorry.
Kids today.
Hi, can we get on the ride, please?
Did you two cut in line?
We're VIPs.
Oh, does that stand for vertically impaired preteens?
Oh, come on! This is an emergency!
It's for your own safety. Come back when you're older.
Yep. Yep. Ho. How about now?
When I said come back when you're older, I meant more than a minute older.
Okay, we're older. Check us now.
Oh man, how long have I had this job? I gotta get out of here. Sorry, Grulovians only.
What? You can't.
It's okay, Raz. Go.
But Lily.
Don't worry. I have a plan. Now...
Hey!
Follow that czar!
Grulovia. Never had a nation been more prosperous, its people more content. Never was a royal family more beloved than the Maleks, Tsar Theodore, Tsarina Rokal, and the young Zazarovich Crystal. The nation looked forward to the happy day when Crystal Malek would legally and rightfully inherit his father's throne, but alas, that was not meant to be. The Tsar's Minister of War and Protector of the People, General Maligula, had aroused the jealousy of the warmongering Ford Cruller.
What the?
He led his mob of Psychonauts to gang up on Maligula, drowning the brave warrior.
Just when I thought I heard every version of this story.
And drowning much of Grulovia in the process. Why didn't the Tsar help Maligula in her time of need? No one knows, but historians agree it is Tsar Theodore's biggest failure. In the end, Grulovia, the Maleks, and Maligula were betrayed by the weakness of the Tsar and the bloodlust of the Psychonauts.
That is some messed up junk.
Watching you on the control panel here. Why'd you stop?
This door won't open. What happened to the ride operator?
He, had an accident.
Looks like there's an electrical problem up above the ride.
Okay, I'll drain the water so you can get up there. If you can fix it, I should be able to get the ride going again from here.
Check. Yes, got the duffel bag tag. This is not how I heard this story. Then again, I'm not sure who to trust anymore. Hey, Ford, think you can help me up into those rafters? first. Yep. I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby. This hat box needs a hat box tag. Catch me, angels. Ouch, jerks. Really hoping you guys would rise to the occasion. Okay, did that fix the problem?
Looks good, Raz. Get back on the ride, and I'll start it up again. Aha! I think I finally found the right button. Here we go. Oh, wait. No. Stop there.
How do you know for sure? No good! They're under that enabler's protection. I can't do anything until I get rid of that enabler. I appreciate the positivity, but this enabler is not doing anything. Stupid enabler with their stupid but well-crafted rhymes. No more rhymes!
Never touch a judge's roar! My power comes strong.
Another button!
No, wait!
Relax.
Get me out of Grulovia.
Hang on.
Maligula was mourned. If only the Tsar had supported her more, not turned his back on her in her time of need. Maybe then his family would not have been forced into exile. Forced to wander the earth with no country, across the frozen Arctic. The burning desert. The endless ocean.
They lived in the ocean?
On his deathbed, Tsar Theodore gave young Crystal, who had suffered so much, a small ray of hope. He told him that Maligula, protector of Grulovia, was still alive.
And she's my fake grandma!
Why had no one heard from her? Surely Ford Cruller and his psycho spies must have her captive. Crystal Malik bravely decided then and there to find her, to undo his father's mistake, and to restore Maligula, the Maliks, and all of Grulovia to power.
Hey!
Are you stuck again? Is something malfunctioning on your end?
Sorry, closed for maintenance. And for the glory of Grulovia, or whatever.
What's the holdup?
Hang on. I gotta talk to a guy about a door. Excuse me, but this door over here?
Sorry. Busy.
Busy with what?
Propagandaneering. I'm creating a future chapter in this glorious, semi-interactive, location-based epic. This treasure room tells the story of how once the Zazarovich finds Maligula and restores Grulovia to its former glory, the people will all share in unimaginable riches. But it's missing something. Not sure what.
Like something to go in that big egg cup in the middle?
Yeah, something there.
Like maybe an egg?
That's it! See, sometimes you just need a fresh set of eyes. Hey, you get me a big, beautiful, luxurious egg, and I'll use my pass to open that door for you.
Deal! Hey, where do they keep the big eggs around here?
Crystal told me the best eggs he ever found were out in the ocean, whatever that means.
Suitcase tag. Gotcha. Oh. I'll bet my little flat friend could get in there.
You sure you want to do that? Limbo! Limbo! Meow.
price tag. Who? Lily, do you see any controls for a giant painted mural with props?
I see something called Grulovian Diasporama. It has buttons for scenery, props, and heroes.
Let's change the scenery.
Okay, there are buttons for Arctic Exile, Adrift at Sea, and Desert Wasteland.
Show me Adrift at Sea, could you?
Is this going to help me find my dad's brain?
I think I want to change something else now.
Whatever.
Can we alter the props?
Yep. You want cacti, fish, maybe some trees?
Those trees are ruining it. Get rid of them.
Okay.
I think some cacti would really set the mood.
What's this all about?
I think what this needs is some fish.
I guess.
I want to change something else, I think.
Figures.
Could you move the family for me?
Sure. Where do you want them? Stage left, right, or center?
Front and center. I think that's where Gristle would like his family.
I guess.
Okay, I don't want to think about that family anymore.
Me either.
Okay, that's enough for now. Thanks, Lily.
Bye, Roz.
Hey, I know where I am. This is the Lady Luctopus. The Maliks must have lived at the casino for a while, suffering in exile. Lily, there's a room here just like the one we found on the mission to the casino. The delusionist was Gristle.
So that's why Nick had a Luctopus key in his pocket. He was living there.
Yeah, in exile.
Ooh, that means he's the one who wrote the creepy note about me.
He's here, Gristle.
Really?
Wait a second. Huh. Hey! Why the long face?
My father died today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. He ruined my life. And if it weren't for him, I'd be the Tsar of Grulovia. Believe it or not. Instead, I'm homeless.
I don't know. This place looks pretty nice.
Ha! Good one. Hey, kid. There's something about you I like. Are you, by any chance, of Grulovian blood?
Half.
Half-blood will have to do. Come, and let us toast to the fatherland. Hey, want some caviar?
I don't know. I've never had caviar.
That's okay. It's just eggs. Incredibly expensive eggs.
Well, since you put it that way...
You won't regret it. I mean, look at these eggs.
Maybe I'll have just one.
I don't think one is gonna do the trick.
We'll see.
Oh my God! Quick! Roll that over to the treasure room before anyone sees what you did! Oh, my poor Theodore! That's right. Right through here. Perfect! Now please leave before you break anything else.
This is 8 Peter, ready to roll.
Finally!
Young Bristol Mallet embarked on his heroic mission to scour the earth for Maligula, and with her restore glory to Grulovia. He hunted down Ford the Fraud Cruller, but found him to be a broken man, obviously tortured by the misdeeds of his past. Undaunted, Bristol Mallet dove straight into the belly of the beast itself, infiltrating the Psychonauts in their filthy lair. Once insinuated into their organization, the Zarovich quickly rose to power, replacing the very head of the spy ring.
Lily, I found Bristol's memory of stealing your father's brain.
Does he show what he did with it?
No, it's just a weird puppet show now. Hey, wait. I'm in this one.
He found their organization ridiculously easy to manipulate. Some of their most trusted agents were mere children, easily controlled by Puppet Master Mallet.
Super creepy. Uh-oh. Whoa! What the? Ah! Ow! Hey, this ride's not safe at all.
No.
Court is in session! My baby! Council must not badger the gavel! Never touch a judge's gavel! A school witness.
I just want to find that cart and get back on the ride again. What's that sound? I need the steamer trunk tag for this guy. This must be the moment where Lobato stole Agent Zanotto's brain. Creepy. So Crystal Malik was the one who hired you to swap his brain in for Truman's?
I'll never tell.
I'm literally watching you do it right now. Where did you put Truman's brain?
I'll never tell.
Come on!
I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
Okay, okay. Here's the steamer trunk tag.
Raz, where'd you go?
I found some weird stuff off the ride and...
Raz, we're chasing Crystal Malik, remember? Not having fun at an amusement park.
I'm headed back to the cart now. me out of this creepy place.
Okay, it looks like you're catching up with Crystal. Keep a lookout for him.
Crystal Malik, sing what's true. Our fatherland is rise anew. He made a plan and fooled the man who took Maligula. Together they rule. Everything is super cool. Grulovia, Grulovia, we're back.
What's happening?
Things are getting a little weird.
Oh, now they're weird?
Weirder. I think we're coming to the finale.
I'm going to try and find a way to meet you at the end. Look for me.
Roger that, Potato Masher.
Potato Masher?
It's a new mission code name I made for you.
I like it. Let's go mash Crystal.
Weird. I think I hear something.
So, what did you think?
I think you're a very confused person, and you don't know what you're messing with.
I'm going to restore a whole country to greatness. A country that your heroes, the Psychonauts, tore apart.
Grulovia was never great. It was always a fair to middling country at best.
Please. I was there. You weren't. It was amazing. I had a cotton candy maker in my bedroom.
Where's Truman's brain?
Not my problem.
Your dad was a brutal dictator and a ruthless strongman.
My father's only problem was that he wasn't strong enough. As Tsar, I won't have that problem. Trust me.
The people hated the Maliks.
If that were true, then why did they unanimously re-elect us every election?
Your father used Lucretia Mux to squash nonviolent protests.
Maligula rained on a few parades, yes? But that's what cooled them down before they got too violent.
Tsar Theodore made a monster. He pushed a vulnerable young woman to do such horrible things in the name of her country that she snapped. He broke her.
He took a sad country girl and turned her into a mighty warrior. And I'm going to do it again.
Maligula is my grandma.
Oh boy. Now who's confused?
I've had enough of this.
Yes, me too.
Hey, I'm not a puppet. I'll break out of this in 2 minutes and then you'll be sorry.
That's all the time I need to have Truman extricate Maligula from her captors back in the physical world.
No, please don't. She's in a very fragile state right now. Any stress or memories
could awaken the Guardian of Grulovia and fulfill all of my hopes and dreams? You don't say. Please excuse me. I don't want to miss this.
Hey, you jerk! I'm gonna wreck this place. I'm ruining all your stuff. You'll never turn a profit on this merch. Had enough, Crystal?
Oh, not this again! Is that a penny over there? You sure you want to do that? I want to beat that guy up!
I'll bet I could slow that down.
$25 for this piece of crap?
It's made with real...
Where is
Ouch!
my
Hey!
father's
Ow!
brain?
Please?
It's a plush toy, little prince.
It's made with real metal in the briefcase.
Come over here.
Help.
Ow! Look!
What?
No, not that one. This one.
Were you children just inside the mind of the grand head of the Psychonauts?
No.
Darling, we saw you come out.
That's an incredible security violation.
Listen, that's the mole.
Kid, you're way behind. The mole is Nick from the mailroom. Sasha just figured it out. But I always had my suspicions.
Why, there he is, over there.
No, that's the Zazarovich of Grulovia. Or at least his body. His mind is in my dad's head. Ugh, we don't have time for this. Let's go get my dad's brain. Out of my way.
Did she just say...
Gah! I think we should get out of here.
Little Zazarovich, have you come to pay for your father's sins?
Yes, High Priestess. I am here to correct the mistakes made by my father. I am Crystal Malek, son of Tsar Theodore, rightful ruler of Grulovia and servant of Maligula.
Lucy, this isn't you. We can fight this together.
Ford, you're here too? This is awkward. Ah, there's too many people here. Too much baggage. Need to push it all away.
Lily, wait! I'm gonna need some help. Is Maligula doing that? Of course she's doing that.
Are falling, but our quality never will.
Nona, that could have killed me.
Welcome back. Good to see you again. Delicious and good for your mental energy. Excellent choice. That choice says a lot about you. Please use your purchases responsibly.
I hope my family is still at the camp.
Your father had a rough night. He's been remembering things.
I lost her, Rasputin.
Oh no.
You know what we have to do.
Mio caro. No tears, my love. It's showtime. Time for the devil's fire hose. Quippy, on the bottom. Now, Rasputin, up top you go.
But what about all that water?
The curse isn't real, Dad. It's just something Ford put in our minds to keep us safe.
Sure about that?
Of course he's not sure. But what choice does he have?
You ready, Raz?
No, so do it quick.
Alley-oop! Say hi to Nona for me! Tell her to knock it off!
That's right, and there's more where that came from. Huh. Well, this is cheery. My grandparents were part of the protests in Grulovia after the war. It didn't end well. Here's a scene I was hoping not to see again. Grandma Morona, my real Grandma Morona, and my dad's father, Lazarus. Nice to see them alive, actually. You're in the way, Maligulugly. Maligulugly. Malugly. Yeah, I gotta crack this up. Ooh, I'm gonna pay for that later. Nona? Hi. I'm Raz. I'm your great-nephew. I mean, not that I think I'm great or anything. Just that you're my grandma's sister. And I'm here to talk you out of being evil because, you know, you're still family and all.
Family? All I see is another unruly Grulovian peasant.
Half Grulovian.
Another piece of trash I need to wash from the streets.
Oh boy.
Why are you hitting yourself, huh? Stop hitting yourself.
Ha! Good one, Sam.
Two of you are no more threat than one. In my time, I have vanquished entire armies.
Ding dong! Whaleogram! I'd like you to meet Mental Esmeralda. Uh-oh.
Careful, children. Oh, I fear a storm is coming. I am the deluge of Grulovia.
No.
Let the streets be cleansed forever.
I'm not afraid of you. You're just an overgrown lust for violence and destruction. Okay, that's... sounded scarier than I wanted it to. But you're actually a normal part of any human mind.
I will defend Grulovia against all her enemies. Feed my child.
There's the mental energy I need. Thanks, Cyclops.
Feel his love. Why are you? What dares block my flow?
I don't know, lady. Have you tried eating prunes?
The problem is she's all twisted up in knots. I got something that'll help you. Unwind.
Ooh, that looked painful.
It's okay. I have another one.
Those Cyclops are good.
That little boy
And
looks
good
hurt.
boys.
Over here, Swirly!
That one, Raz.
Back to your quilts, weakling.
Hey, that little old lady's inside her!
Now that you've seen that, I'm afraid I can't let you leave.
Wait, what does that even mean?
It means run!
Listen, you're a natural part of the fight-or-flight complex, but you're supposed to be smaller. Stay down in the primitive brain until needed.
I am the deluge of Grulovia! This is my mind, not that ugly aberration you just saw. Whoa! That little boy looks thirsty. There! Suffocation!
Stay away from the water, Pooty!
You heard the lady, Rasputin. Let's get you away from that water. Sorry, I thought you were the mole, Raz. Let me make it up to you. Ooh, she looks steamed.
Go! Go! Oh.
Pooty! There's something I have to tell you! I killed my...
Enough!
Gisu! Norma! Are you... Nona, if you can hear me, this thing is not your fault. Ford's experiments opened the door and let it out of the lower brain. The Tsar and his war made it grow.
This has gone on long enough! Swim!
Never underestimate the power of pirate radio! Norma came to me, upset about some terrible mistake she had made. So we put the word out on KLOB, and guess what? People were listening! At least one of them. And they told the others.
Thanks, Morris.
You owe me an exclusive on-air interview for this, okay?
You got it, buddy.
Merona, wasn't supposed to be there. Lazarus shouldn't have brought her. He killed my sister.
No, that's not quite right.
No, that's not quite right.
Pody, listen.
I killed my sister.
I might not be your real grandmother.
I killed my sister.
But you're still my family.
But so what? Eh? I kill lots of people.
The only thing I can offer now is everything I've got.
But there's always room for one more!
Oh, I wish I had made you bigger.
It's okay, Nona. Look behind her.
My Crowley dug his little hole after all.
Yep, and we're gonna fill it.
Kick her into the pit! That's what I am talking about! Back off, you bastard!
Nona!
You can't get rid of me! I'm a part of her!
Big deal. Everybody's got something like you. We just know how to keep it where it belongs. Nona! Nona!
Raz! Do you have a funnel?
So that's it? Caligula gets to live out in Green Needle Gulch with Ford as if she didn't just try to kill people? Hey, it was different when I did it. There was a monster, and then, and now... I think she deserves a second chance.
And I think I deserve a vacation. My brain's been through a lot.
Oh, no you don't. I've kept this place afloat during your little nap, and now I'm taking 2 of the 17 weeks of vacation I've saved up to lie in a beach where none of you can find me. Right after we take care of some important Psychonauts business. Well, are you coming or not?
Now that's leadership.
Despite my best efforts, you interns have seen some really inappropriate things. But I think you've also learned a truth that every Psychonaut should know. That there are flaws in our most venerated institutions, in our heroes, and in ourselves. We all make mistakes, and we all need help sometimes, but we all deserve a second chance. You've seen us at our worst, and we've seen you at your best. And I'm proud to say, you have all graduated from the intern program.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about!
You are all now officially Junior Agents of the Psychonauts.
Junior?
I'll take it.
You're not getting out because you're locked inside. I'd like to introduce to you the corners of my mind. 'Cause I remember the first time I laid my eyes on you. I left the window open, hoping better that you walk through. So welcome, 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 welcome to my mind. I think you'd like to know I can't let you go. And if you even try, I'll just close my eyes. Now you're locked inside. I'm on my mind. I'm sorry about your fate, but baby, baby, you can't escape. So welcome, 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 welcome to my mind. So welcome, 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 welcome to my mind, to my mind. Oh, welcome to my mind, welcome to my mind, oh, welcome to my mind. It's just my mind that I'm trying to find. It's just my mind that's one of a kind. It kinda sounds like a little you and a little me. I put it all together and we got me. So welcome to my mind. And you're certainly welcome. And what's in store is yours. And if you'd like the talcum, just look behind the door. 'Cause I remember the first time I laid my eyes on you. I left the window open, hoping, baby, that you walk through. So welcome, 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 welcome to my mind. So welcome, 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 welcome to my mind, to my mind, welcome 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 to my mind.
lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown. At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started healing. Molecule through my cosmic eye. Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had, unlocking all my memories, which I never had. Oh, I can feel out the galaxy and hear the flow of time. Been so tense, but now I sense a reason to this rhyme. And I can smell the universe, and I can taste the sky. I can see each molecule through my cosmic eye. I can feel out the galaxy and hear the flow of time. Been so tense, but now I sense a reason to this rhyme. I can smell the universe, and I can taste the sky, and I can see each molecule. Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had, unlocking all my memories, which are never bad.
know I graduated the intern program and all, but I'll bet if I snuck in a little extra credit work, that would really irritate Norma.
Scanning access granted.
Hey, it's Bob over there. Sensing some stray thoughts around. Okay, let's see if there are any stray thoughts around. Getting closer. Found some thoughts. Thanks, Thought Tuner. What are you two up to?
We're planning our mission to rescue Helmut's body in Grulovia.
And after that, we're gonna buy a treadmill and rescue Bobby's body.
Scanning access granted.
Hey, what are you and the sandwich talking about?
Scanning access granted.
Dr. Lobato, where do you think you're going?
The green man told me to wait in the brain bumbler.
That's not the brain tumbler.
Oh, I guess I'm escaping then. Bye! Please don't tell. You know I'm a reformed man. You were there. You saw me. Plus, I need to get back to camp. I left my kid there.
Wait, what? Is it time to take a spin in the brain tumbler? Yes, I'm ready to go to the collective unconscious.